Hello, this is Marie and welcome to this new episode of Lucky Last. Today's episode is a quick solo episode and I'm going to talk about my very first Hyrox race. Not so much about the race, but what I learned thanks to the race. As you can see, I wear the jumper. Last week I did my very first Hyrox, solo. No team, no one to lean on during the race, just me and my thought. And believe me, mental has a lot to do in it. It wasn't perfect, I didn't hit the time I hoped for, but I walked away with something so much more valuable. A deep understanding of what happens when you step way outside your comfort zone. This is not just about Hyrox, fitness or racing, it's about life, about doing a hard thing, about chasing the version of yourself that only shows up when you stretch. So let's talk about that today. Let's talk about the lead up first. I trained for 4 months. 4 months prior to the race, I trained 6 to 7 days a week, early mornings, late night runs, Sunday session, I did it all. I cut out alcohol for 2.5 months before. I tried to be as disciplined as possible. I showed up when I didn't feel like it. I trained when it was raining, when I was tired, when no one else was watching. It was hard and honestly, I was scared, especially knowing that I'd be doing it solo. I had a lot of moments where I wondered if I was actually capable. But I kept going because I was so deep into my training that I didn't want to let this go. I have been lucky enough to have a great coaching team at F45 Matraville who helped me get into shape and helped me prep as much as possible. I've been lucky as well to have a supportive husband who let me leave very early in the morning, go for a run late at night, spend my Sundays training. So the month of June arrives and it was not a good month for me in terms of training as I had some health issues and I pretty much didn't train for 2.5 weeks. I felt like a failure and I was really challenging myself knowing if I was going to do that race or not. But I didn't want to throw away all the effort that I put into it. So I decided to go and the last week of June was pretty much one of the last week of June where I've been able to train. And then the race day arrived. My race was on Sunday at 4 p.m. Quite late, knowing that the competition starts on Friday at 8 a.m. I arrived early on that day to watch the station and understand the laps, how I was going to run, how I was going to enter the station, leave the station. And I felt so stressed watching everyone else racing. Everyone looked so fit and strong. And then it was my time to go to the warm-up station. And then I was standing alone on the starting line. And I felt really intimidated and so small. There is nowhere to hide in a solo race. Every weakness shows, every dot whispers louder. But I showed up. I pushed through every single wall. Every single station, I pushed through. I didn't hit the time I hoped for, but I crossed the finish line very proud because I had done something for myself, something that scared me, something I know is already reshaping how I see myself. And here is the thing, it's not just about the race, it's about what the race taught me. And getting out of your comfort zones changes you, period. It humbles you, but it also hands you clarity, momentum, and a new kind of confidence. It's not about being the best, it's about being better than you were yesterday. And I think there is nothing more powerful than that. I didn't do this for Instagram or to share it on my podcast. I didn't do it for a medal. I didn't do it for the recognition. I did it for me, for my kids who watch me there, and for anyone who needs a reminder. You don't need permission to go after something hard. You just need to choose it and start. And maybe right now, you need that push too. So here's my question for you before I start crying. Where are you staying safe? And where are you letting fear keep you small? You don't need a race to prove yourself. You don't need to do Hyrox. You just need one thing that scares you a little. The thing that stretches you, that gets your heart racing. Go do that. Don't wait. Don't do it tomorrow. Start now. You will be amazed at who you become on the other side. And if this episode hit home, I'd love to hear from you. Message me on Instagram or share your own story, because this kind of growth is contagious. That's it for today. Thanks for listening. As usual, please don't hesitate to share, download, comment, like. Write me a message. Tell me what you think. It was definitely coming from the heart. Talking about my own experience. Again, this was not about bragging about me doing Hyrox. It was more about pushing myself out of my comfort zone to grow. And as usual, everything that I live that I feel can help you or inspire you, I will share it with you. So here I am sharing my story. Thank you, and I see you next week. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Lucky Last. If you enjoyed today's conversation, remember to subscribe or follow me on your favorite podcast platform. And if you are more of a visual learner, you can catch the video version of this episode on my YouTube channel. Just search for Lucky Last and hit subscribe to never miss an episode. As always, your support means the world to me. So until next time, keep chasing your dreams and embracing those lucky last chances. See you soon!